Okay, here with a new client, Taylor, and Taylor is a hockey athlete, and when Taylor came in and we did his original assessment, one of the things we discovered was Taylor had tight hip flexors. Okay, when we look at the muscles that flex the hip, we have the rectus femoris, and then up here high into the psoas. So when someone has tight hip flexors, the first thing we're going to look at is what muscles are inhibited because of that. So Taylor's glutes were inhibited, but also his obliques. And so one of the things I wanted to find out with Taylor is what you were doing with your abdominal training. So Taylor told me a couple of things he was doing, and I said, well, let's go over to the gym and let's identify mechanically how you're executing specific movement patterns. So first exercise we went through was a hanging leg raise, okay? So I wanted to see what Taylor's mechanics were like and then troubleshoot and see if we could do something better. And did we discover you could do something better? A lot better, okay. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you what Taylor was doing mechanically, and then I'm gonna show you how we do it correctly. All right, let's go ahead. So what Taylor was doing is he was coming up, flexing at the hips. So right here, he was just making his hip flexors shorter and tighter. Very, very little abdominal at all. He was basically working rectus abdominis as a stabilizer, that's enough. So what we have to do, the internal and external oblique are designed to posteriorly rotate the pelvis, okay? But what Taylor was doing, he was making his hip flexors shorter and tighter. Now he's a hockey player, he's got really strong muscular quads, very powerful hip flexors. So what they were doing were, they were actually creating an anterior pelvic tilt, inhibiting his obliques. So couple that with now doing an exercise improperly, he was making a bad situation even worse. So let's go through mechanically what we learned. Okay, so now we're going to do it correctly. Okay, so what he's going to do, and I'm going to press on his hips, I'm going to really posteriorly rotate that pelvis. Way up there. Good. There you go. One more time. See how he's really posteriorly rotating his pelvis? I want to tell everybody, is that harder?
A lot harder.
But here's the thing. When we take a look at correct biomechanics, it's the difference between creating an injury or a bad orthopedic situation or optimizing function of the musculature we really want to optimize.